Welcome back to Valley Forge Sports Network. I'm Chris DeMarco here at opening day of the Valley Forge Disc Golf League for two 6-hole games between the Rock City Royals and the Milkyway Galaxy.
It's better with your hands.
We're here with General Manager of the Rock City Royals, Scott DeMarco. Now, Scott, it's opening day of the Valley Forge Disc Golf League. You've got your team together here, 3 or 4 members. How do you feel?
Feeling pretty great. You know, we don't have our big boy Johnson today, but we've got Paul, we've got Rotor, and myself, and we're looking to have some fun.
Now, we know the Galaxy only have 2 guys here today, so you guys are definitely favorites today. Is that getting into your head at all, or do you guys just kind of want to stick to your routine out there and play some disc golf?
Yeah, the assumption for victory does put a thing on a man, but you know, we're confident guys, we're prideful. We think we're gonna get it done today.
I love to hear that. Speaking of getting it done, Paul's been playing some great disc golf lately. Let's head down to the putting green to see how he's feeling about opening day.
Paul!
I feel pretty good. Just ready to play some disc golf. That's really it.
What if I came out of the water? Can we do that in post?
Yeah, I would love for you to come in. All right, Lefty, so we're here, Valley Forge Disc Golf League. There's been a lot of different stuff we've been doing on VFSN, but this feels like a direct pickup of the Whippany Wiffle Ball League where you guys took the 2020 Fall Classic Championship. How do you feel today?
Yeah, I showed up today with my wiffle ball bat and cleats and gloves, and I was, upset to find out we were playing disc golf, but happy at the same time because I brought my disc golf stuff as well. So we're gonna play some disc golf today. Josh Rollins is a great leader of this team, and he's gonna hopefully carry us to victory.
So you guys are down 1 person. The Royals have 3, you guys have 2. The Royals will only be allowed to use 2 players inside circle 1 when putting today, but they definitely still have an advantage off of the tee with the extra shots. Is that getting in your head? Are you guys trying to think about that, or do you just want to stick to your routine?
Not at all. Josh is one of the best all-around players, if not the best all-around player in the league, and all I'm gonna need to do today is just play off of his strong shots and play it safe.
I love that Milky Way Galaxy confidence, as always. Let's head down to the putting green and have a chat with Josh before we hop into these 2 6-hole games.
Look, it's opening day here at the Valley Forge Whippany. What is it called again? Super excited. I know this isn't my home course, but I hear they have tee pads here, so super excited to use those. And yeah, let's see what happens today with just being lefty.
The stage has been set here on Valley Forge Sports Network for opening day of the Valley Forge Disc Golf League. I'm Chris DeMarco.
And I'm Dan Schifrin, and we're going to be taking a look at a 2-game matchup between the Rock City Royals and the Milky Way Galaxy. Scott DeMarco, GM of the Royals, Lefty McGovern, GM of the Galaxy. Now, Chris, why do you think the Galaxy only have 2 people today?
You know, Dan, I'm honestly not sure. There's 4 players on each team. Matches are supposed to be 3v3. Attendance is going to be a huge factor in this league. I'm not sure if the Galaxy was just kind of resting on that win from last year or what happened, but at the end of the day, there are so many storylines to watch today. We've got probably 2 of our best players in the league in Josh Rollins and Scott DeMarco. We've got Lefty McGovern, who just started playing disc golf about 2-3 months ago, and Brian Rotor, who just recently switched over to lefty from his right side backhand on the right-hand side. So much to watch today, Dan.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like Josh said, he's not used to the paver tee pad, so hopefully that can elevate his game to another level, really help the Galaxy out.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see the match, folks. Without further ado, let's head down to hole 1 at Greystone Woods for game 1 of opening day. All right, folks. Hole 1 is a 245-foot par 3. Right to left, simple shot here. Most players are going to go with that right-hand backhand. All you got to do if you pure that gap is just get it high enough to get over that ridge line there.
2 Josh Rollins off the tee, that's unstoppable.
And Scott is probably the only psycho who's going to go with the sidearm turnover here. Let's see what he can do with that M4.
Yeah, Scott aced this hole once with a backhand and decided the backhand is just no longer the way to go. Just go with a flip over turnover. Flip over forehand.
The ace wasn't good enough for him, huh? Yeah. Great shot from Scott there. It looks like he's got about a 35-footer for the 2. Oh, yeah. And Rollins goes with the hyzer backhand, smashes first available.
That tree does not get a lot of love off of first shots.
No. Looks like Josh is going to go with the standstill here. Now, Josh comes from the Skylands area. A lot of great golfers up there who used to play at that Buzzies disc golf course. They have no paths up there, so a lot of those guys are really good with that standstill backhand. You got Steve Brinster, 2013 USDGC champion. He's got that signature standstill, and I see Josh use it there as well.
Puts the Galaxy to about 30 feet.
See if Scott can get things started off. And he does. The solo 2 for Scott DeMarco gets the Royals started off with a -1 on hole 1. You love to see that from number 6.
Yeah, Scott's putting lately has been very clutch. Just steps up, hits them when he needs to.
Misfire from Josh Rollins as the Galaxy go down 2 strokes on the first hole. I don't know what's up. This is not the Galaxy we're used to seeing. They only lost 2 games out of 11 last year.
Yeah.
Hole 2, par 4, 453 feet. And folks, this was my literal first time flying a drone, so the footage is a little shaky, but it's definitely an upgrade. This is a pretty straightforward hole. First shot's really a placement shot. You can get it right to about short of that log there with a good throw. And then you're going to want to try to bomb the sidearm up towards the basket. Looks like we got Brian Roeder making an appearance here on the tee.
A little bit.
Looks like the right to left slope of the fairway kind of takes his backhand off to the left there.
Yeah, shockingly, I think that's the good miss. It's a little more open over there than what people think. But Josh going with another pure hyzer right up the gap, just pierces that one.
And that rock is just short of the log.
Boys,
Royals
Royals are looking for a disc right now. How you guys feeling on the course?
I feel like I could be a caddy.
Why? Give me one good reason.
Feels more like a caddy than a player.
Because I look good in the background. You know, I'm not going to take the shine away, but also, like, someone will be like, oh, look at that guy. He's interesting looking.
Lefty, I love the humility. Scott going with his Royal Rage here. I've seen him throw this shot many times. He's probably going to try to go sky high with it on a big hyzer. And he just pures that little gap in the back. Forest is looking thick, and that gap is still wide open.
Yeah, that's just a great golf shot. Just making sure he gets a fairway hit there, puts his team in position for the up and down.
Yep. Josh kind of going with the opposite line, goes with the Anheuser Flex on that stable Firebird there.
Yeah.
Hard to push it all the way up the hill with a stable disc, but he gets just about as far as you can with a Firebird. Nice 30-foot look.
After the bogey on 1, they're really trying to score on this hole too.
Absolutely. It's so important to score early with this 6-hole format, especially with the 3v3 best disc. It's really hard to gain strokes on the opposition.
Yep. And like you said, with the 6-hole format, just makes every stroke count that much more.
Josh Rollins just short of the birdie 3 here on hole 2.
Just off the nubs.
Great effort from number 8 as Paul Balanche cleans up the par.
Everybody's putt fresh.
No differential here on par 2. I thought for sure this was going to be a score separator.
Yeah.
Well, you can get pretty shit.
Royals just staying steady.
Yeah, you hear Scott talking about rhythm, talking about rotation. Again, it's so challenging to gain strokes here as we hop into hole 3, the par 4, 427 feet. But it's such a challenge to gain strokes on your opposition with that extra depth on each roster. It's so important to try to make sure you have the proper rotation. And this shot, really a difficult tee shot uphill. But again, this is another one where I think the tee shot is really your placement shot. And the second one is where you can go aggressive, most likely with that hyzer forehand.
Absolutely. It's a pretty simple par 4. Really, the constantly elevating fairway is the most difficult part. But if you have two 200-foot shots in the fairway, you're inside the circle for the 3. So let's see what our players can do.
Crush from Scott there.
Yeah.
Really nice hyzer flip up to flat. He did hit a tree, but I mean, you don't really need to be much further.
Yeah.
Josh Rollins, one of the better distance throwers in this league. And he didn't even have a backhand about a year ago. Now he's throwing great shots like this one. Little off to the right side, Dan, but we'll see what they can do.
Yeah. He's got so much speed on that backhand. It's such a beautiful stroke.
He's just a barbarian out there. He's going with his Fireball, massively overstable disc.
Flexes it over with a lot of Anheuser.
Yes, sir. Great shot from number 8.
Yep.
Gets him right inside the circle as well. And folks, this is best disc, so if we're seeing Josh's shot, that means it was the best of the group. Wow. Goes on the ante line, pures that gap, trusts it to come back.
He's a magician with those flex over forehands. I love watching him throw that shot.
The magician. All right, Paul Balanche, one of the better forehand up shots in the league. And tell Matty O the kick is good as he goes through the uprights there. Great shot from Paul.
Roll Tide, baby.
Roll Tide. All right, Lefty McGovern stepping up to the putt. He's got his DX Colt here.
It's old school Vans.
Yeah, trying to channel that Drew Gibson energy right now.
Yeah.
Nice putt.
Strong side. Love to see it.
On the board.
Great putt from Lefty there. Josh is happy with that one. Like I said, Lefty started playing golf about 2-3 months ago. The kid is an athlete. Paul cleaning this one up. Just when you thought the Galaxy were going to be able to gain a stroke, yet again the Royals respond with an incredible upshot. We're moving into hole 4 here. By every measure, the most challenging hole on this course, whether it's white or blues, this is definitely the most difficult hole. 345-foot, par 3, straight tunnel shot that hooks up left. You've got to throw it straight enough to get through the gap, but you have to fade quite a bit left at the end. If you swing it out too far right, you're probably going to end up short left of the basket. If you flip it over, you're going to end up straight and long.
One has to wonder if the lack of a third player right now is kind of weighing on the Galaxy.
Yeah, I think Josh is probably going to be doing most of the heavy lifting all season anyway. With the way we have these teams structured, each team has a tier 1 player, tier 2, 3, and 4 player. But I think, like you said, emotionally, it's definitely weighing on them a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Opening day, you want to start off strong, and
That's not strong. Well, he did rip it aggressively hard.
there's a lot of room on that left side though, a lot of openings.
Yeah, we can see Josh on the left here, and this is an absolutely huge moment. We've only got 2 holes after this. If the Galaxy go down another stroke here, they are in massive trouble. We saw Rock City up in circle 2. They've basically guaranteed their par 3. Rollins needs to get up and down here.
Gorgeous shot by Josh. Just hits about 25 short of the basket and scoots right up under the pin. That's exactly what you wanted an upshot on this hole.
Yeah, this was such a huge moment for the Galaxy here. And if the Royals bury this putt, Milkyway is in trouble. Let's see what they can do. This looks like it's about 42 feet.
Ball catching metal. Good bit.
Yeah, the drone footage was a little weak on this one. You didn't really see just how big that drop-off is behind hole 4. But looks like both teams are going to clean up.
Nice shot, Paul.
All right, so we're coming down the stretch here. We've got 2 holes to go. Royals have a 2-stroke lead. Now, Dan, Royals are playing great. What do you think about the Galaxy so far? I mean, it's opening day. This is a huge deal for us. They only showed up with 2 guys. Talk to the fans about that.
Honestly, the Galaxy have been playing really good golf. It's a shame they didn't have a third. One has to wonder if that's kind of weighing on them, putting a little bit of extra pressure. But knowing Lefty, he's just the type to, want to hit the ground running. And using his reschedule, his one reschedule of the season for opening day just doesn't sound like Lefty's style. Even if it's 2 players, the Galaxy are very resilient. They're going to make it work, and they have been making it work. Lefty's been keeping everyone up in good spirits. Josh is throwing great shots, and they're playing really well off each other, but the Royals have just been awfully rock steady up until this point. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Rock City has been quite rock steady. I love that, Dan. And yeah, I think you're right. At the end of the day, each team in the league does have 4 players, and the general managers are each allowed 1 reschedule. So I think you're right. I don't think it was for a lack of passion that they didn't bring 3 here today. I just think Lefty, he's a big part of not just this league, but this network as well. And I think he kind of wanted to see us get the show on the road a bit here. Speaking of that, folks, we've got hole 5, Greystone Woods, coming up. Let's check it out. All right, we're stepping into hole 5 here at Greystone Woods. One of the more beautiful holes, I might say. Par 3, 296 feet downhill. And there are 2 options on this shot. You can either go with the right side backhand or the left side forehand. If you're going with the forehand, you're probably going overstable driver.
That one fooled
If you're
me.
going with the backhand, you're probably going to go with a putter or a mid-range, something that's going to fall flat out of the air. And this is a huge shot for Scott DeMarco. If he can get near the basket, this game is going to take a miracle for the Galaxy to even tie.
Looks a little bit inside. No, it's not inside.
Just drops that one right under our cameraman there. Incredible effort from Scott DeMarco. He's been playing really clean all day.
Josh going with his fireball here. It's a pretty overstable disc.
Better swing this one out
Puts it
left,
with-
and he does.
Puts it with a little Annie out of the hand. That's exactly what you need to get it to glide out there. And
That's incredible. Most guys kind of go with like the nose up, hyzer flip up on that
Yep.
shot. He's still like, no, I'm going overstable.
Just going-
I don't care. I'm Josh Rollins, solo birdie on hole 5.
yeah,
This kid is a beast. Love the way he's playing today.
2 gorgeous tee shots on hole 5.
And I know Josh is such a competitive guy. Whether he's showing it or not, there's definitely some frustration there being down a man. But we're moving into the final hole, hole 6, par 3, 254 feet. What seems to be a simple left to right hyzer shot on the sidearm can be a little tricky with that leaning tree on the left side. Really cuts off the angle on the backhand turnover, so most guys will probably go forehand.
Yeah, and the slope of the green slopes towards the water, so if you go with a faster disc, you're either ace running or you're going in the water. So, speaking of which, Josh going with his fireball once again.
Fireball again.
He has aced this hole in tournament play, so
He has. I've seen it happen, and he's going to need the ace here because Rock City is a few shots away from securing that par. Rollins puts it up.
it's got good height.
Comes down.
Just a little
About
inside.
30 feet short of the basket. Now, Dan, strokes do matter in terms of tie breaks. It's head-to-head records, then it comes to strokes. So not only are they playing for pride here down the stretch, but it could come in play later on in the season.
Yep.
Let's see if Scott DeMarco can cap it off with his second solo birdie in a row. And he does. Great stepper from the kid.
Weak side, but that hyzer putt just lets it die right into the bucket there.
Rotor making the most egregious noises in the background.
Yeah, you can't tell if it's a great shot or if it's a bad shot because he just sounds like he's being hurt in some way.
In some way. All right, Lefty McGovern stepping up with the DX Colt here.
Been really loving that Colt.
Just illegally marks his disc there. It's okay, he's new to the sport, but he is not new to this channel or competition. Let's see if he can bang this in.
And he's definitely not new to the limelight, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful putt.
You see Lefty kind of hanging his head a little bit on that putt. You know, the Galaxy, they were such great competitors last year. I know that they want to come out and get the win here today. At the end of the day, it didn't happen for him in Game 1. Dan, what did you think of the play out there?
Honestly, Game 1 was awfully close. They matched on every hole aside from hole 1. That's where that two-stroke swing happened, and it kind of decided the game from there. But other than that, holes 2 through 6, they've been matching the Royals shot for shot with a lack of a third. So honestly, they have a chance to take the second game down.
Absolutely true. And the Rock City Royals have been playing so well. Scott DeMarco is without a doubt in contention to be considered the best player in this league. I know he wants to prove that throughout this season. Folks, we've got 6 holes left. We're going to kick it back over to Greystone Woods to check in with the players, and then we'll head into the second match. All right, Scott, you guys just took down the first ever match of the Valley Forge Disc Golf League. How are you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. We threw the shots we wanted to throw. We missed 2 and 4, but those are tough cats either way.
So coming down between 7 and 12, it's mostly par 3s. Obviously, 11 is a par 4. How are you feeling about Rotor out there? He's looking really good off of the tee.
I'm happy about Rotor. I'm happy about Paul. I'm happy with how I'm playing. Rotor's throwing just fairway. I mean, his fairway hits might be 100%.
I love that. Let's catch a word with Rotor, and then we'll talk to the Galaxy, and we'll hop into Game 2. All right, Rotor, you're off to a really hot start so far. You haven't been taking a lot of putts for your team, but you've been doing really well on the fairway and off the tee. How you feeling? What's your secret?
Honestly, I'd say the last thing that really kind of comes together for me, at least as a player, be it righty or lefty, was the short game. So honestly, like as far as driving goes, it's just a lot of fundamentals and form and just drilling that home, and usually it turns out all right with the lefty and the backhand. And I'm glad that I have my team to carry me the rest of the way with the drives and the approaches. Other than that, like Scott said, just trying to get it center fairway, help my team out as much as can, let them be aggressive.
Love that, Rotor. How do you like the jersey? I feel like it suits you really well. I know you have the blue shoes.
For a man with thick Irish blood and prone to sweating excessively, it breathes really, really well. It breathes like Egyptian cotton. I have no complaints.
Egyptian cotton, I love that. I don't know if the Galaxy is breathing as well. They're rocking the polyester cotton shirts. Let's check in with them and see how they're feeling. All right, Lefty, Game 1 is in the books. You guys unfortunately started off with a loss, but I saw some good play. What do you want to change, and what did you like out there from your team?
Yeah, taking going 2 strokes down on hole 1 is definitely rough to come back from, but we rebounded really well, took a couple birdies, and I'm feeling really good about this second matchup.
I love to hear that. Yeah, you guys technically tied them if you don't count hole 1, so it wasn't really that far off. Let's see what happens in the next match. Before we get there, we're going to catch a quick word with Josh Rollins. All right, Josh, 1 game in the books. I know losing is not something you're super familiar with on the Galaxy. You guys did so well last year in the Whippany Wiffle Ball League. But how do you feel after a loss? I mean, you still got another game left. What are you thinking?
I mean, we're down a man. I came out here just to have some fun, trying to throw the big shots, trying to throw the aces and the eagles. We're just going to have some fun on the second 9, see what happens, and take it from there.
I love to hear that. We got 6 holes left. Let's get into the action. You know, Dan, as we hop into Greystone Woods hole 7 here, I want to talk about Rotor again. We've only seen him throw one shot, but Scott mentioned it. He mentioned it himself. So much of the importance of this game is him getting on the fairway early and then giving his team the confidence to be aggressive. So it's interesting how you don't really see kind of all the action that's going on here.
Yeah, he's being a really crucial, somewhat of a safety net for the Royals.
Exactly.
Like you said, letting them feel free to take the shots they need to.
Exactly. Josh Rollins goes with the backhand hyzer on the right side. Paul Balanche using the sidearm. He throws so fast it was hard to get him. Great shot from Paul. Really matches the hill angle going downhill. It is so deadly here on hole 7 down.
And that tree stops so many ace runs from going in. That was a gorgeous line.
Or what? It's outside the circle.
Oh yeah, you can do a stepper, yeah.
All right, Lefty getting a rule clarification here as he looks for the stepper on hole 7.
Good run. Pretty tough uphill. It's very uphill from down there.
That's a tough shot for any player. Paul Balanche looking to go a stroke ahead on hole 1 with the solo birdie. Big play from Paul.
Great putt too. Nice nose down. Make sure it gets in the bucket.
Rock City are off to a rolling hot start here in the Valley Forge Disc Golf League. The Galaxy need to stop the bleeding and fast. Hole 8, our second hole for today's second game matchup. Par 3, 206 feet. Right to left hyzer shot here. Those trees on the right-hand side do come and play quite a bit. And if you hit on the wrong side with that spin on the backhand, you're going straight into the water. Paul getting sneaky on the right, and he dinks the pole.
Absolutely bases it. Yeah, that is what I like to call the local route. You know, taking it a little wide, but oh yeah.
Statistics show
2 solo birdies from Paul Balanche right off the bat in game 2. I mean, he was a little quiet in game 1. He's here. Greystone Woods. Josh Rollins going for the Stan Hill backhand. Let's get after it. Crispy.
Very nice. And the green just filters the disc down towards the basket. Beautiful. I love this hole so much.
Smooth on this hole. That's the key, folks, kids.
Joshy baby spitting some knowledge. Paul just, God, what a beautiful dyed disc by Paul. I mean, I don't know if he did that himself or what. I don't think he did.
I'm not so sure that's dyed. I think that's just a stock, beautiful axiom disc or something like that.
You remember that like 20-footer you made with your bag on hole 8?
Oh, sure.
Here I am.
I was totally
Here I am
kidding.
bothering the players.
Getting right in their face.
Don't do it for the fans.
All right, this is a disaster. And if we're showing it, it was the best shot. If this doesn't fall,
Dead center.
He hits it.
Probably the best putt of the day.
Almost as good as Katrina Allen with the bag on, Josh is. All right, Lefty's getting a little action. The Rock City Royals have a long way to go to get to their disc here on the green. Such a valiant effort from the Galaxy all day, but the Royals just continue to push so aggressively through every single hole. They're scoring on all the scoring holes, and they're parring all the ones where they can't seem to get the birdie.
Yeah, every time the Galaxy seems to park a hole for birdie, the
Yeah,
Royals
true.
get
They
in
have a
closer
chance.
for birdie.
Unless it hit the pole so hard it skipped in.
Unbelievable. All right, Paul Balanche tapping out.
Good form, kid.
2 solo birdies for Paul.
Great start. Look at this guy.
Paul, that's another solo bird. How are you feeling?
Feeling pretty good.
Yeah, you're looking pretty good.
He's looking great. All right, folks. Hole 9, par 3, 213 feet. Common theme at Greystone Woods. You're either going left with the sidearm or right with the backhand. If you go left, you got the hardest shot in disc golf. You got to go dead straight. If you go right, it's a bit of a low ceiling. Number 6 going with the sidearm, and he just yolks that one.
Is that too far?
Stripes that hallway. That's a beautiful shot.
Really great spot to be. All right, Josh Rollins going with his zone here. ESP zone, slightly seasoned. Probably going to try to put this on a light hyzer. No, he's just going to throw it dead straight.
Yeah.
Wow.
Brute force. It has to be noted that the left gap is, I think, more difficult because you usually have to keep either a backhand straight for 200 feet that slightly turns over or a forehand straight for 200 feet, whereas the right gap pretty much is a solid backhand hyzer.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you ever played with Newt, one of the Greystone locals who moved to Texas. He's the only guy I've seen throw the backhand on the left side well. He's aced it 3 times with a rock.
That's so crazy.
Very impressive. And Scott DeMarco with, I believe, his 3rd solo birdie of the day. Yeah. This kid is off to such a great start. And the Royals just can't miss right now, Dan.
Yeah, I think he's 100% outside of 20 feet.
Incredible
That's a statistic
effort.
I made up.
That's a statistic I made up.
That's a
Is
great
Josh
cleanup.
putting with the Yeti? I think he's putting with Yeti AVRs.
Really? I thought it was the KC Pro. You
Is
might
it
be
the
right.
KC Pro? I'm not sure, folks. Hole 10, par 3, 240 feet. Like I told you, I'm brand new to the drone world. Our batteries died. Those things are so short. But hole 10, pretty straightforward shot. The green finishes a bit to the right. It's very uphill. Can be very tricky to get in that green. So most guys are probably going to try to push into that hill really hard and hope for a little skip up.
Yep.
Put it in the freaking basket.
Very aceable hole here.
The tall grass right in front of the tee there kind of makes the forehand a bit uncomfortable. You can see there, Scott usually goes with a pretty low release, but he kind of raised it up a bit just to get over that grass.
Yeah. Hard to see exactly where that one went, but I think they probably got a putt at that.
Inside the circle, uphill.
Josh Rollins going Firebird. This kid has just been on the pad all day for the Galaxy. And again, he goes with that Anheuser line. Rough kick off the tree there and kind of slides down. He doesn't look very satisfied with that.
Fairly common for this green, though. If you hit the hill hard, you know, you're pretty much gambling whether you're going to stick or just roll straight down the hill.
I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of tough. I'm getting some good shots, some not so great shots. It'll get better though. First time. It's good and bad. This is tough though. This is tough. Can't take this stuff for granted.
Definitely can't take it for granted. Everything we do here on Valley Forge Sports Network is by the players for the players. So a lot of it is just new things we're trying out for the first time. And Rollins just a bit wide left on hole 10 from number 8.
It's interesting he decides to still go with the staggered stance there on that much of an incline.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of slipped and released early there. I mean, Josh has definitely been one to hit those putts. And the Royals can do no wrong today here at Greystone Woods.
Wow.
Oh my lord.
Little elevator putt there.
Galaxy are putting forth this otherworldly effort, but the Royals just keep scratching and clawing their way to what looks like a potential second victory here.
$100 buy-in, round of Blue Blues. Film it. $400 win for the
4v4, like 4-man scramble? Or you
no, just 4v4. Just like a or 1v1, v1, v1.
Yeah. 4-man singles.
4-man singles, $100 buy-ins in the league.
Yeah. Why do 100? Why not just do 1,000? You know, why not make it a 10 grand? 10
No,
grand?
no, all right. Yeah,
I just heard Rotor. Why not make it $1 million?
$1,000.
$1,000 skins game.
Here's the thing: we could also just tell them we're playing for 1,000.
Ooh, Scott giving away some industry secrets.
And see.
All-Star skins match.
Yeah, that's
$5
really
fine. Chris, All-Star skins match.
Love that.
We'll
do
like a Xbox One giveaway
It's not a tournament or a league.
and just buy an Xbox One, fake, give it away, have like a bot win it, and then return it to Best Buy. Yo, these guys are giving away an Xbox One.
Brand new news. We've got the $20,000 skins match coming next week, folks.
With an Xbox One.
Xbox One giveaway. We would never do that. We're too busy with all our leagues. We got the Backyard Summer Tour that's still going on here in the fall. We've got the Valley Forge Disc Golf League, and we've got hole 11, par 4, 432. Now, this is a great opportunity for the Galaxy to gain back a stroke here. Big score separator.
Yep.
And it looks like the Royals, while that did push pretty far straight, drifted left. That's not a great shot.
It's just a little too high, a little too nose up, and the slope of that fairway just takes it all the way down to the left.
Absolutely. All right, Josh Rollins needs a nice tunnel shot here.
And I think that was his sidewinder. He was trying to flip it up and attack the green from the tee. I've seen him throw 440 with that sidewinder, so.
Yeah. We're going to end on hole 12 here, about a 250-foot par 3 uphill. So we could see separation on it.
Little Camp Gaw representation there.
Yeah, got a rep Camp Gaw. Shout out to the Skylands disc golf area. Josh Rollins needs a miracle here.
Goes with another flex over forehand.
Oh my lord.
Wow. And he does with the second what he was trying to do with the first. Just
Dan, I'm
hits
going to
the
say
green.
this. I'm going to say this. This is the best shot of the season. Not saying much yet, but this is an absolute gem. Oh my lord. This is just a gemstone from Josh Rollins.
Yeah. That was a 350-foot sidearm through the woods. I mean,
and he had that tree on his right side too,
Yep.
which really limited his arm angle. Look at this kid. He's having a great day out here. Valley Forge Disc Golf League, opening day.
Go to your die here, Paul.
Royals are off in a weird spot. Couldn't even really get a good angle on it. Probably about 200 from the green, maybe even further. And Paul just gets all of that one in. It is so thick over there on that back left side. That is not fairway.
It's a bit of a poke and hope when you're going that route. And he goes with the Sexton Firebird. Puts it in circle 2.
All right, Galaxy's right near the basket, likely to get the birdie 3. If Scott DeMarco can put this in, the Galaxy will need an ace on hole 12.
Incredible putting from Scott today. Even he can't believe it. He's shocking himself.
Rock City rejoice. It looks like that was true in the basket, but still just such a weird play from the Nubs there.
Yeah.
I would have thought they would have knocked it out.
That was a Nathan Queen putt right there. No chains required.
Yeah, this is their putts are starting to look like that the whole day. All right. Hole 12, par 3, 237 feet. Folks, thank you so much for joining us here on Valley Forge Sports Network. It's been such an incredible day. If the Galaxy are able to tie it up here, it will be a draw. There's no overtime here in the regular season. But Scott DeMarco takes his royal rage and just says, nope, this day is over. Beautiful stroke from the kid.
Rock City, just rock steady. I'll say it again.
Yeah, we're just gotta keep
I
coming
think I
all
nailed
season
something.
long.
I think I came up with something real good there.
Rock City, Josh Rollins. Even when he tries to throw hyzer, that disc just wants to turn over and gets a well-deserved kick from the trees.
He was
there,
about
I'd
to go
say.
80 feet long with that.
Yeah. All right, it's gonna take an absolute meltdown from Rock City. Let's see if Paul Balanche can just put a nice little cap at the end of this round. Again, strokes do matter here.
Nice 25-footer, holds the form. Nice shot, Paul.
Hey, nice shot, Paul. All right, come on, 8. Put this in. And he does.
Great birdie.
Great birdie.
And
Great
like you
play
said,
all around.
the strokes matter, so that was very important for the Galaxy.
All right, folks, there you have it. Opening day of the Valley Forge Disc Golf League. Rock City Royals put forth a great performance today. I mean, if we look at their scorecard, they went 6 for 6. Incredible performance. And in the first round, they only missed 2 holes, which were 2 of the more challenging holes on the course. Galaxy seems like they have some managerial concerns they might need to address, but they did play great disc golf out there. And pat on both of their backs for bringing such a great attitude out there on the course. Dan, how excited are you for the rest of the season?
Wow, this VFDGL season is going to be one to remember. I mean, I just can't wait to take all of you on this ride with us. We're going to be unveiling the next 2 teams November 6th. And, yeah, who's it going to be? The Arctic Tundra?
Yep, November 6th, we've got the Arctic Tundra.
By Travis Rollins, cousin of Josh Rollins, and the Goldfinches, baby. GM, David Wang, Christopher Costley, Stephen McGovern, a little bit of Jimmy Wang in there, and myself. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so many storylines in this league. All of us are so close together. I mean, you've got Jimmy Wang and David Wang brothers on the same team.
Yep.
You've got Lefty McGovern and Stephen McGovern brothers on different teams. You've got Travis Rollins and Josh Rollins cousins, both on different teams. I mean, there's so much to watch. Folks, November 6th, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We've got another video coming next week. 2 games, 6 holes. It's going to be great here at Greystone Woods. And don't forget to drop a comment down below. This is kind of a new format for disc golf. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't like, and we'll see you next time.
Goldfinches. Caw-caw, caw-caw.